Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Krista.
Chaos Central here at the Big Family Homestead.
Yes. Big time chaos. 17 people, 3 under 2. Yes. Illness. It's been fun, but no fun. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, and if you hear ATVs or see ATVs driving by, you'll know the kids are out tooling around on ATVs. And if you see smoke, then you're not seeing fire, you're seeing the barbecue grill over there. We are talking today about no fear, but
just information.
Preparedness. Because there are big changes happening in the globe that will eventually affect everyone watching us.
Yep.
Us, this.
Yes.
Whatever. It's going to affect everybody.
Yeah.
The United States is going to get hit hard. And here's what's happened. Intentionally, Krista doesn't know the topic in which I am going to bring up. I've been researching this for the past week-ish. And anytime a news article comes up, I grab it. And I grab ones from all over the world, not just our news, because whoa. You're not seeing the whole picture.
No.
So today, there's really going to be 3 parts to this. It's going to be what's going on, what's important, and then what's really, really important to you.
Okay.
Okay, so here it goes. You know that country, South America, El Salvador? They've had trouble with their currency. Now, I'm going to be condensing a ton of history into a very small, manageable thing so that we don't get stuck in the weeds. They've had trouble with their currency. Things have been bad. Things have been good. Things have been way more than bad than good. They have been on the dollar as their currency for a very long time. And then just recently, the announcement was made, and there's like a James Bond style element to this that I'll get to. But the announcement was made that now they're going to be making, by their president, this is not just like rumor, but they're going to be allowing Bitcoin to be an official currency.
What?
Yeah, Bitcoin. You know, they call it blockchain, computer-generated, algorithmic math coin that is, it's invisible, it's vapor. But people buy things with it. It's publicly traded. And right now, the last time I checked, it was $37,000 for 1 Bitcoin.
Wow.
Now, in El Salvador, this is an interesting thing. About 80% of their economy comes from the outside in. Meaning people who have left the country and mainly gone to the United States. They work, they send money home back to mom and dad.
Okay.
Because I'm talking about dollars, like the actual dollars that are in the country.
Okay.
So that's a problem, number 1, for El Salvador. Number 2, here's a couple of the big ones. Bitcoin is computer generated. It's a very complex math problem that gets more complicated with every time that any computer anywhere mines a Bitcoin.
Okay.
It takes an intense amount of computing power that's all connected that constantly makes the math problem harder, thus making it not, I'm throwing air quotes up, but not crackable. Because it constantly is getting exponentially harder. Now, Bitcoin. Here's why a lot of El Salvadoran people are loving this idea. Number 1, there are no banks involved.
True. Okay, that I would understand that.
You don't have to have a bank account, and many, 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 many El Salvadoran people don't have bank accounts. The majority do not have bank accounts.
That's insane.
Well, why is it insane? Comments down below, by the way.
Who keeps track of their money?
Why wouldn't you keep track of your money?
Well, that's what I mean. I guess you would just have cash.
Well, the way Bitcoin works, hold on, there's more to it.
Oh, jeez.
The way Bitcoin works
makes
is
sense.
you have a digital wallet. It's just software with a passcode. Simplifying. So I have a digital wallet and you have a digital wallet and you're selling plantain on the street.
Okay, there's no reason for, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
And then I come to you and say, boy, I would like a plantain. And then you say, well, okay, it's 0.04962 Bitcoin. And I say, that's great, because the price goes up and down, it fluctuates.
Right.
Here come ATV children.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you sell me your plantain and Bitcoin, never goes to a bank, it goes directly into her wallet. Now, number one,
Thanks for hating this.
I was going to say, first thing to pay attention to is no banks,
Yeah. Okay.
which also means not trackable.
Is it taxable?
If it ain't trackable,
It ain't taxable.
it ain't taxable. And only if you say, I made X amount of dollars with Bitcoin, or I made X amount of Bitcoin.
Right.
Okay? So, that sounds pretty dang appealing to me. If I'm just a person who wants the government off my back and out of my wallet, and tired of being taxed for things that I don't like. I mean, I have no problem paying for roads and hospitals and,
Right.
and firefighters and police and, oh, it said police. Yes, police. Yeah, half of the people just went, click, 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 I hate you. Well, sorry. But I have no problem paying for those things. But there's a lot of things that
That we're taxed on that
I don't approve of.
I don't want to pay for a lot of different things.
I'm tired of invading other countries. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
tired of our soldiers dying for politicians' whims.
Yeah.
Not the good of the people, mind you, but that's a whole nother story. So continuing on. So not really trackable, not really taxable. You get rid of the bank. Those are upsides. Now, downsides. Children on ATVs.
Children.
Okay, so those are some pretty appealing ideas. No banks, no traceable.
Right.
I can decide how I use my money.
Right.
Downside, Bitcoin is publicly traded, which you may say upside. Goes up and down, fluctuates hardcore.
Yeah.
Could be $39,000 each, could be $37,000 each. You may say, well, Brad, how could I ever afford one Bitcoin, let alone many? Well, that's easy. They deal in fractions.
Right.
Now, here comes the dangerous part. So this is what's actually, they're doing this in El Salvador. And many other countries are looking at this going, this could really get us out of the soup for countries that are financially unstable.
Okay.
Now, why is that dangerous? Well, I didn't get to the James Bond part. I'll get to the James Bond part in a second. Why is that dangerous? Well, confidence in the dollar is declining. Bad, 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 bad. And we have the most spending, I think, in recorded history of any ever. And more bailouts, they call them PPE, they call them stimulus, they call them shave the Americans plan or whatever. And they keep going. We keep getting money dumped and dumped and dumped into the economy. And at some point, it's Jenga! Boosh! It cannot mathematically stand. So you've got our inflation is going through the roof. Like you can see that just in the grocery store.
Yeah, just in the grocery store, the price of things has jumped. Fruits and vegetables, meat, canned vegetables, not canned vegetables, yeah, canned foods.
All
but yeah,
foods.
all food has jumped. It's insane.
The can sizes either shrink a little bit and the price stays the same,
Or the price jumps.
or the price jumps.
Yeah.
And so it's dangerous for the U.S. economy because, well, at some point, Jenga! And there's a bunch of countries that don't really want to deal with the dollar anymore,
Right.
which means hyperinflation, which means Nothing good.
Right.
So, the James Bond part. El Salvador has a system of volcanoes.
Okay.
And they're actually going to use the volcanoes as a thermoelectric generator for their Bitcoin mining. So they're going to they figured out a way to take the heat of the volcano, transfer it into electricity, and that will power these gigantic server farms that make Bitcoin. Doesn't that sound like something out of the Matrix?
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Okay, now again, she hasn't heard what I have
No.
been saving up to tell you. So what are your thoughts?
Me? No, you get to guess their thoughts.
Well, I'm sure they've already been typing.
Confidence in the dollars. Just, I don't know. This is nuts. This makes my head want to explode.
It's low already.
Yeah, right. And it's just more countries are gonna run away from the dollar and go to Bitcoin and
Or some other thing.
Right.
Even if it's not Bitcoin.
right, some other form of currency.
Which means that every dollar you have in your pocket will buy less and less and less
Yeah.
as if this trend keeps going. So, that begs the question. What are you buying with the dollars you have? And what should you be buying with the dollars you have if you have any idea or thought that this may go the way that a lot of economists are thinking? What would you say?
You need to produce more on your property. Honestly, you need to be able to grow more and do more. And I know it's easier for us to say, but it's hard for folks in the cities to do.
I tell them.
I know. But you asked me the question, so I look to you.
Here,
So,
I'll go that way.
yeah, it's harder for folks in the cities to produce more things and to grow more things. But yeah, those who live in the country do that.
And,
Get away from shopping at the big box stores and
well, and also learn to know your neighbors.
yeah.
Do they have chickens? Are they willing to trade, barter? Are they willing to, do you have a welder friend who could maybe fix a part on your truck or your vehicle that broke?
Right.
Could you trade them something?
Right. Right.
Now, for those who may be shaking your head going, I don't know, or I'm too old, or I'm too this, or I don't have access to that, well, then you got to use your dollars as wisely as you can
Right.
to hedge against inflation. And what do I mean by that? Buy stuff now that's going to hold its value that
Will
5 years
last.
from now, 2 years from now, 60 days from now,
Yeah. Will last on the shelf.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and we love our Thrive Life food. And when I buy it today, it's just as good 30 years from now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd
Love it.
consider it. If you can't grow it yourself, you're going to have to get something.
Yeah.
And I'd honestly recommend not starting with Thrive Life food. I'd honestly recommend getting rice and beans and all the stuff that's going to
Staples.
stay on the shelf for a long time and is cheap. But then consider Thrive Life stuff as like, okay, do I really want to have to try to figure out how to get cheese?
Right.
Or what about, I love pineapple. I can't grow it here.
Nope. No, we can't grow pineapple here. We can't even grow peaches here.
They come in a can
They were put there by a man.
in a factory downtown.
That's right.
Anyway, so, if I had my way,
I'd have peaches every day.
nature's candy.
Candy.
Anyway,
In a
so
can.
in cake or pie.
Oh my goodness. Anyway.
So I know we're lighthearted about it because we don't do fear. We do preparedness.
No, we just, you know what? Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's what we've been, that's our mantra, I guess you could say, for the last 10 years. So
it's coming, folks. It's coming, and there's not a mathematical ability at some point not to have Jenga happen. Right. Jenga.
Yeah, no, it could be a collapse anytime.
Yeah. That's it. Hopefully you have a means to prepare. If not, make community. Or if you can't even do that, you better be the nicest neighbor that's ever lived.
No kidding.
Betty White. Yeah. She's sweet.
Yeah, she's almost 100.
I know.
It's insane.
The Golden Girls, was it? The Golden
That was one
Years?
of the shows she was on. She was also on Mary Tyler Moore.
Predator.
She was on Mary Tyler Moore?
I don't know.
I think so. Can't remember.
Predator and Freddy Krueger.
She was not in Predator or Freddy Krueger.
Anyway, so that's it, guys. Comments down below. Keep it nice so they'll just be removed.
Yeah.
And you can have a different opinion.
Yeah, you could have your opinion, but,
just be nice.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, as we are of our own opinion.
All right, so that's it. I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
You guys have an amazing and blessed day.